Welcome back. U.S. authorities sending the first 2 migrants back to Mexico under the reinstated Remain in Mexico policy. The Trump-era policy requires asylum seekers to wait in Mexico for hearings in a U.S. immigration court. According to the UN International Organization for Migration, 2 migrants were sent back to Juarez from El Paso, Texas. Joining me right now is Florida Congresswoman and Foreign Affairs Committee member Maria Salazar. Congresswoman, it's great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. I find this extraordinary. Sure. We have thousands and thousands of migrants crossing our border every day. I know this for a fact. I went to the border 3 times, to El Paso, to McAllen, to Del Rio, and we sent 2 people back to show that we are reinstating Remain in Mexico. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are that this administration really doesn't have it together. And I've always said it, and I've said it in your show, that the Hispanic community, the brown, the Hispanics, the Latinos, are the ones suffering the most because of the Biden administration inabilities to fix the immigration problem. You know that since Ronald Reagan, we have been trying to solve the immigration situation, but no one has been able to fix it. And that's why I came to Congress, and I have a new law that I'm going to be introducing next month called the Dignity Act, that it seals the border and does a lot more. But to answer your question, we don't have the answer. The Biden administration doesn't know what to do with the border, and it's affecting us. You know why? Because those people that are crossing the border that we do not know who they are coming to our neighborhoods, and they're raping our kids, and they're taking, they're doing bad things to the people that live here already.
Well, we know that there's an incredible amount of fentanyl coming across the border, and it is, in fact, killing our people. We had 100,000 overdoses in the last year, largely due to fentanyl. But, you know, the idea that we just sent back 2 people as a way to prove that we've reinstated Remain in Mexico. I mean, do we have stupid written on our foreheads? It's so ridiculous. We know that thousands are coming in. We had 600,000 gotaways this year. I'm told we had another 100,000 just in the last month. So you're talking about 700,000 gotaways and 2 million arrests, people apprehended at the border. Why doesn't this administration take this seriously? We interviewed farmers, ranchers who are getting their property trashed by these gotaways.
Well, but you know why? Because unfortunately, the Democrats have played political football with Hispanics for 30 years. The Democrats believe that we're going to be voting for them regardless of what they do. The Democrats do not understand that we, the Hispanic community, want to put order at the border. That is what's good for us. But they don't get it because they believe that the more come in, because, you know, 60–70% of the people that are coming in look like me and sound like me. And the Democrats, is not only the Biden administration, has been thinking that they can play, I repeat, play political football and promise and promise and promise that they are going to fix the immigration, that they're going to give us path to citizenship or some type of legality. But, you know, it's a lie. And that's why I keep on saying it on the floor.
It's wide open.
Well, 2008.
Real quick, you introduced this new act, the Crucial Communism Teaching Act. It would require high schools to teach students about the history of communism. The legislation has more than 60 co-sponsors in the House. Tell us why this is important, as communism seems to be the topic du jour.
Because if we are teaching in the American schools the atrocities supposedly of the American agenda, how bad we behaved as the country during slavery, during the Japanese, to the Japanese during World War II, to the Native Americans, then we also have to teach our high school kids what the beauties of the system. We have to teach our kids what happened in the Soviet gulags, what happened in the China of Mao, what happened in the Cuba of Castro. We have to be teaching them, because if we are but we're not, because, you know, 40% of the millennials and 30% of Gen Z believe that communism or socialism is noble, and that this American agenda is evil, that we're not the liberators, we are the oppressors. So if you're going to be teaching one part of history, you have to teach another. And you got to teach that this is still the best country on earth, that the social mobility is here, that that sometimes minorities are treated better in America than in their own countries. And I'm the best
Yeah,
example.
it's a good
As
point.
I said, I'm a brown girl from the hood. Well,
Yeah.
it is, and we got to
Yeah,
teach them, because otherwise we're duping them.
Well, you know what? And instead, they're telling us the progressives want to knock down statues and rewrite history. History is history, and we need to understand even the bad parts of history, the ills, to actually progress. I agree with you, Maria. It's good to see you this morning. Thanks very much, Congresswoman Maria Salazar, joining us. Yes, correct. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Congresswoman. We'll be right back.